Ladies and gentlemen, this program feels like it should be illegal. 100% illegal, but it's not. Because if it is, I think all of us would be in jail. I think around 3,000 of us would be in jail, actually. Because that's how many creators are in this program. Why is this program, why does it feel illegal? Why would I say that, Merrick? Well, because it stands for TikTok One, not TikTok Organics. ChatGPT likes to say that. It feels illegal for the fact that you could spend 15 minutes recording an ad, all right? And you can make thousands, 1K plus off of 15 minutes of recording an ad. Now let's break it down, all right? The fact that you can spend 15 minutes off of one ad and you can make thousands? There's no way, Merrick. There's no way. Is this some scheme? Is this some drop shipping where you have to like pixels and Facebooks and all that weird drop shipping shop? No. It's pretty easy, actually. This program right here, basically a platform where UGC creators can do ads for big name brands. UGC, they make ads for brands. Boom. Okay? Now, the fact that he could spend 15 minutes and you can make thousands of dollars, what does that mean? It means exactly what I just meant. You spend 15 minutes recording yourself doing an ad. I'm going to give you guys a brief example, all right? So, but basically, all you have to do is you're gonna be given ads. You can click the ad that you want to do, and then you go ahead and just record it. Now, if you did one, let's say for Raid Shadow Legends, all you have to do is record yourself, and just be like, this game is blowing up and you do not want to miss out on it. This is Raid Shadow Legends. It is the #1 biggest mobile game on the internet. You don't want to miss out. They have a special exclusive discount. You can get 1,000 free draws for free. So don't miss out. Here's the gift code. Tap the screen and start playing today. Just like that, guys, you can make thousands of dollars. And that's how I actually made over $8,000 off one ad overnight when I was sleeping, and that was exactly what I did. And I was actually for the same damn brand, which was Raid Shadow Legends, all right? So basically, that's all it is. Record yourself. Now, there's more in-depth layers behind this. Well, you recorded yourself, Merrick. Well, what about don't you have to edit it, Yes, you do. But if you're watching this, unless you already have really good editing experience, why waste your time editing? Time is the most precious thing. It takes you 15 minutes to record, and realistically, if you want to make a good ad, it's going to take you anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes to edit the ad on CapCut, Adobe Premiere. Why spend that time when you could recording, let's say, double the amount or quadruple the amount? Well, how do I edit then? What are you talking about, Merrick? How can I do more ads and somehow not get away with editing? What are you talking about, Merrick? This is blasphemy. Is this magic? No. It's called getting an editor. And it's so easy. There's a Discord called Media Metas. Literally join this. They have tons of qualified editors who will be more than happy to edit your videos for a whopping, not $40, not $60, but $2 to $3 for each ad. So you just saved yourself, let's say 40 minutes, and you paid someone $2 to edit that ad. And that ad can make you thousands of dollars. Are you really going to be that stingy for the fact that you lost $2? And that is the main reason why people aren't able to scale this properly, TTO. Because they are so hard stuck on the fact that they need to make as much money as possible, and they're not willing to invest in themselves to find someone who is way better qualified at editing. For filming, yeah, you're going to have to do that yourself, right? Unless you can find another GGC creator, mash them, right? You build an agency out of it, right? Or use AI. That's another video. But why waste that time, right? 40 minutes off one ad? So it spends what? You have to record, that's what? About an hour, right? That's an hour recording, and that's about 3 hours of editing. Do you want to edit for 3 hours straight? That's 4 hours of your time each day. When realistically, you only need to spend 1 hour of your time. And you could do triple, quadruple the amount of work and get paid way more. by spending an extra mere $2 off of one ad. So now that you know the basics, the construct and how this program works, most people are so hard stuck that they just want to they edit themselves. But don't do that. No. In the beginning, when you get started, yes, for your first ad that you're waiting to run, you will lose a negative $3 because you haven't made anything. But I guarantee you, after you wait a couple days, you're gonna run your ad and you're gonna see results. All right, that is the biggest thing that people have mistake in TTO. Now that this program, all right, I mean, even if it takes you, let's say, 40 minutes to make one ad that makes over $1,000, it feels pretty crazy. The minimum wage alone in Texas is $7. So in 40 minutes, you just made what someone would make basically in 2 weeks. That feels kind of illegal, right? And it feels too good to be true. Well, Merrick, it is too good to be true. Good can't exist without condition. It's, and that is, you're absolutely right. In this program, it's private. It's not public. So the hardest part right now for people to access this program, they need to be able to get in. So to get in, you need to have a follower count of 50,000. Right now it's 10,000, but I guarantee you they're going to go ahead and raise the 50,000 later on. Trust me on it. 100% trust me. And if not, it might even raise it to 100K followers. But that might not happen for a couple of years. All right. So start with a cam of 50,000 followers, get into TTO, and then once you get into TTO, you go ahead and do this exact same blueprint I just told you. I just gave you the Discord Media Mentas where you can find all these people. You literally go to the free chat deck. I need an editor. Boom. Literally, you send them an example of what you want. You're like, all right, well, how do I train them? You see an ad on your For You page, save it, and then send it to them. Like, I want it to be like that. Boom! You just literally train them. Of course, it's not that easy, right? You can go more in depth. But now that you have the basics of how to do this, all right? TTO is just, it feels illegal because it's the amount of time you put in. It's just insane for how much reward you get, I mean, there's not a cap of how many ads you can do for each year, Like, there's not. So, and the fact there's only 3,000 people in this program, and that this right here, TTO makes around 1.5 billion each year. 1.5 billion, like, for 3,000 creators, right? Just think about that. I can't even do the math, but there's so much money that go around in this program that it's actually insane. And that's just with one account. Imagine if you start scaling. Imagine if you start doing multiple accounts. Imagine if you build an agency out of it. Imagine if you incorporate AI. These are just the fabrics. This right here is just the basics. It goes way more in depth on how you want to scale, all right? But if you guys want to learn more about this program, follow, subscribe right now, okay? Because every single week I'm going to be pumping 1 to 2 videos about what this program is so I can help you guys make some freaking easy money, all right? I say easy, but you're going to have to wake up and record 15 minutes, all right? That's the hardest part. Waking up at 9 a.m., all right? Getting your bed, doing your morning routine, just recording a quick ad, maybe spending 40 minutes, doing 4 ads, sending to your editors, and then boom. You only work 2-3 hours a day. And you could take Monday, Fridays and Saturdays off, Sundays off, easy. You could travel, because these are all mobile game apps. It's not TikTok Shop. You're not getting a product that's sent to you. It's a mobile game app. You could be, I was in Czech Republic, and I did multiple ads, because I just downloaded my phone. I'm like, this right here is Ranked Shadow Legends. This is one of the biggest games. It's literally that simple, all right? Now, I may not have questions. If you have any question, guys, type in the comments so I can help you get started. But like I said, follow and subscribe if you want to learn more how you can start an ATTO. Here's my Instagram and TikTok for you guys follow. And send me a DM too if you got any more questions.